Wait till you see what we got to unbox. It's not going to be this video, it's going to be next video. This video we got something else that Glenn's looking forward to, he's been wanting to see. This is going to be next video, but check this out. I believe it's from mid-2000s, 2005. Check this out, guys. You want to know what's rare about this one? It's 1/10 scale. This still works. When we unbox it, I'm looking forward to see, because it comes with a 9.6 volt battery pack, I believe. I know it runs on a battery pack, and that's actually a glitch that it does it 3 times. I've seen it in videos. They all do it. But yeah, that's 1/10 scale, guys. It's huge. Like, there's my hand, just to give you an idea beside the box. I got pretty big mitts. So we're gonna get into that next video. But first, we gotta get through this video.
It's Morgan Freeman here. This episode of Crack It with Retro Collectibles is sponsored by, and in conjunction with, the godfather of diecast, the mysterious but generous Glenn Cowie, and the Cowie Diecast Museum, letting expensive diecast cars breathe since 2019.
Chico was mentioning unusual cars, and that's what we try to do. We don't just try to unbox the heavyweights, we try to unbox the old ones, the cheap ones, the oddball ones. This is a Welly. Comes in a nice cake box. Usually stuff in a cake box is pretty decent. And this is numbered too, actually. 1970 Ford Trans Am Mustang. Looking forward to getting into this. And Glenn wants to get into it bad. That's why he says we have to wait for the General Lee RC. So we're going to respect the man, and we're going to do this one today. So let's get into this. Retro Maniacs, you might be saying, why is that weirdo got no shirt on? But I just wanted to show you guys I'm proud, because I'm actually putting some meat back on. I've been feeling it for the last, well, I've been trying to for the last while, but ever since I got those steroid injections, or not injections, but I got that mega dose of steroids a while back, I've been slowly putting it back on, and I just want to thank somebody. Thank you, Molly, for these. Max was asking how I like them. This is my bag. That's what I have left. So if that answers your question. These are like my favorite ones. When I was a kid, I used to get the macadamia ones from Subway. And these are better than those, I tell you. I'm in love with those. And the Pepsi was perfect, because literally I was going to grab Pepsi on the day on the way back from the show. Like, I was literally out of it. So the day we met you, Max, I was gonna grab some on the way back. So that was perfect. So thank you guys so much for that. And the cookies, I was able to eat them that day because they weren't anything crazy spice or anything. I wasn't scared to eat them, and I was able to eat them that day, and everything was perfect with them. So thank you guys so much for that. I'll put a shirt back on and I'll stop scaring people now. Okay guys, time to get serious. We got this 1970 Ford Trans Am Mustang by Welly. It looks like everything opens. Well, the doors and the hood open. I don't know about the trunk hatch.
The trunk hatch opens and that too.
Yeah, I think it would. It's one of 1,500 apparently. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have gloves, guys. Give me 1 second here. And no gloves. I was gonna wear clean socks on my hands, but I don't know. I don't want to drop the car or anything. We'll just handle it by the edges. Bottom of the box. 1970 Boss 302 Mustang, originally driven by George Fulmer. The original 1970 Boss 302 Trans Am Mustang featured a special geared top-loader transmission, full floating rear axle assembly, special steering linkage Kelsey Hayes floating brakes, transmission and differential gear lube coolers and pumps, brake ducting, brass radiator and shrouding. At Watkins Glen, driver George Fulmer captured the pole and finished second. At Michigan, George Fulmer both qualified and finished second in the 1970 Boss 302 Trans Am Mustang number 15. Check out the entire line of Welly premium collectibles on the web, www.wellydiecast.com. Wow, I'm going to check that to see if it's still operational. And by the way, guys, Glenn, when we're off camera, can be pretty vindictive. You know what he said to me? He says, "Oh, Welly, is that the name of the car, or is that what you collect?" Whatever he means by that. But let's get into this. We'll see. You know what? I don't know that this has ever been opened because, okay, maybe it has. Because the other side had old yellowing tape that had never been cracked. But this side looks like it's been opened. Yeah, this looks like it's been opened. Nothing wrong with that, as long as everything's there, no damage. First thing we're gonna look for is the paint rash. And first thing I'm gonna do before I forget is turn this light on. What is going on with our light? Give me a second, guys. Just when the second AliExpress setup arrives, the first one, the light on it starts acting weird. It's working, I just had to give it a couple taps. So it comes in a nice cake box, guys. I'm not seeing anything funny with the paint. Yeah, beautiful paint, wow. Wow. I'll admit, it looks high-end for Welly. Now, there's nothing wrong with Welly. Welly is the other, you know my hovering DeLorean? The other 1 of 25 scale Back to the Future I almost went with was the Welly. Because the Welly one goes into hover mode. The only reason I didn't is because it doesn't have the light up feature that the Jada does. But I almost went with the Welly version for that, guys. Because it's nicely detailed and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna try to handle this as little as I can. Now, is this, no, it's not screwed in. Okay, so here's what we will do. It's got the nice livery on the side. Like all, looks like it's period correct. Because this was a real car that the dude raced. Got the Castrol logo. I like the wheels on it. Okay. So first we'll have a look underneath. That's nicely detailed. I like the exhaust. I like the fuel cell. Wheels turn with the steering wheel and nice and smooth turning, I will add. Smooth. We'll start at the back. It's got a nice spoiler on the back that actually goes well with it. Wow, Glenn, trunk does not open. I'm shocked. But you know what? You don't really need it to on this car. Oh, cool. It's got a Castrol logo right on the back. Okay, so we'll have a look at it inside. Nicely done. Oh, it's got a full cage inside. The inside is done nicely. The inside is done nicely. Looks realistic the way that the race cars would be with the like the sheet metal doors and stuff. A lot of sheet metal work inside. fire extinguishers, 2 of them. Got dude's name above the door there, George Fulmer. Okay, so let's have a look. Behind the wheel. Of course, we're saving the best for last, guys. And 3 cheers for Glenn, by the way, who's conked out on the couch beside me. I was actually going to do this outside on the deck. And he was in bed and actually got up and said he couldn't sleep well and that he didn't mind that we did this. So that is, because outside on the deck would have been awesome, but then we don't have the look-see set. And then the poor guy passes out. So, but the good thing is this doesn't disturb him when he's passed out. So it works perfect. Okay. And of course, there's only 1 seat. It's the driver's. Wow, that is different looking. So, plumbed, wired, nice flexible wires too. Like, see, they're actually moving around like real ones. It's actually well done under that hood. For what it is. Now this is Welly. This is 1500 made. I'm gonna see if we can get a number that this one is. Maybe it's on the plate or something, or maybe it's on the box. We'll have a look. She looks good though. We'll see how she sits in a second, but we'll see if there's a number on this box. 1 of 1500. Yeah, I know that. Clearly. It's 1 that's out of the 1500. We know that. But whereabouts in that? That's what we want to know. Clearly. It's not going to tell us. It's a mystery. Yeah, I think what we need to do though, guys, is we need to have a look at this under different lighting conditions up on the patented Retro Collectibles look-see set. That's on the Retro Collectibles KRAK show. That one. You'll only see it here. Looks great though. Okay, let's go have a look at this up on the patented look-see set. So that is why we come up to the Retro Collectibles look-see set. We could see all the different angles and all the different light. Put it on the turntable. It does have a good look to it sitting there, I'll tell you that. But let's get into it. First, we'll just have a look inside over from the American side first. See, it's not lacking. Doesn't lack the details. Don't mind the shakiness, guys. I got her zoomed in so you could see. There we go. Having a look from the Canadian side. I will say, guys, the paint on this car is flawless. Not a blemish. So they did a good job with the paint. A little bit of a look at all that beautiful livery on the side. I like the wheels too. Check it out, the little flashlight comes in handy, eh? That's that cheap little flashlight that I love. Giving us even more light. But that's not too bad, that engine compartment. It's not quite a Shelby Collectibles, but it's up from Maisto too, which it should be. When I was backing off, that front end sure has a good look, doesn't it? It has a nice look just sitting there. I'll say that. See if we can see up in that back. Yeah, a little bit. Like the exhaust out the side like that. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the 70 Ford Mustang TA. And poor Glenn is sound asleep. I think the real reason that he wanted to wait to do the General Lee is because he's so tired. Like he would have been sleeping during it. And something like that, you want to be awake. So I think that's why he wanted to wait. I can't blame him. You know, would you want to be awake for your car to be unboxed like that? I think so. I would. So I can understand. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to score that because I don't know enough about them. I don't know the price point on them, retail cost. I'm going to look more into them. I want to know if it's something like a Maisto where you get it for a decent price and it's bang for the buck. Or I want to know if they're expensive. Like I want to know a little bit more about, but I will say they got beautiful paint. It's got decent detailing. It's not like a Shelby Collectibles under the hood or an Auto Art inside. I mean, so yeah, I just have to look more into them, but they are nice sitting there on the shelf. I'll tell you that. It's got the paint job is gorgeous on it. And I like the way it sits. It sits like a real Mustang. Yeah, I like the general look of it. I think they did a good job. I just don't want to score it. Maybe I'll look into it and let you guys know next episode. So we have some good stuff coming up. We got the 110 scale RC General Lee unboxing and retro review. And I've never ever unboxed one, even held one in my hand. I had the smaller 1 of 18 scale one. We did one on here, the one that makes the sounds. But never one like that. Those are pretty rare actually in the box still. So looking forward to that. And a big day Saturday, guys. Guess what Saturday is? Ontario Diecast Addict. If you don't know about it, it's the biggest diecast show in my region. The biggest and best one. Well, you've seen from my videos. You can go back and see from the first one and see how it's grown. It's huge. They've outgrown their parking lot. People come from hours away. And the vendors there are actual awesome vendors. They're price-wise and everything. It's not like a big scalper convention. It's a really awesome show, awesome people. I have a ball. Like, I don't collect smaller scale anymore, but I go there to have a blast and to see if I could get any 1 of 18 scale, because you never know, right? So I will be there next week, and you guys are going to be coming with me. Not next week, this Saturday. This Saturday. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Chico, if you're watching, I hope you liked your episode that we did on the Diamond Select DeLorean. For those of you just tuning in now, please hit subscribe. I'll keep the cool videos coming. You got my word. Of course, I want you to smash it. Hit subscribe, share. As always, guys. Happy hunting.
This beat is stupid grimy, that's a Cobra Kai kick. There's some open eyes, shit open eyes when I spit. I get riled up like dogs around the postmaster. The dough stack up with no manner. Crack